The whole life of God is organized. The whole shape of the universe is structured. The logic of creation is ordered for this moment, that God became fully present and in loving relationship with us in the person of Jesus Christ, Emmanuel, God with us. We celebrate that the Christian faith is fundamentally not a theory, an ethic, or an institution. It is fundamentally about a person, the Word made flesh, and about a relationship between the logic of God and our haphazard logic, between God's faithful presence to us in Jesus and our wavering fitfulness in response, between God's unrelenting commitment to a material life and our often fleeing escape into a disembodied spiritualism. The gospel writer says this, that the Word, the Logos, became flesh. What is hard about Christianity is its claim that God took human material form and lived and died and rose again, clothed in and surrounded by the sheer material stuff of ordinary life. A God who watches us from a distance, you see, is a God we can keep at a distance. A God who takes human form is a God that comes up close and personal. A God so close to us that we can never escape the gravity of His grace. God became incarnate. Literally, God took on human flesh. God becomes material. And that means the way to celebrate Christmas is to become materialist too. Christ-filled, godly materialists. Godly materialists seek God in human form. Godly materialists are like shepherds roaming around Bethlehem, looking for Jesus among single mothers and teenage parents and homeless people and those who live among farm animals. Godly materialists remember that Jesus' parents fled Bethlehem for Egypt. So they are on the lookout for Jesus taking fleshly form among immigrants and refugees and those who live in fear of their lives in a new country. Christmas is about God going to extraordinary lengths to be present and in living relationship with people who need God, but who were not much sure they wanted God. The way to celebrate Christmas, I think, is to go to extraordinary lengths to be materially present and to offer loving relationship to people in relationship, offering flesh to make relationships for reconciliation. Christmas is about God going to extraordinary lengths to be present and in living relationship with people who need God, but who were not much sure they wanted God. The way to celebrate Christmas, I think, is to go to extraordinary lengths to be materially present and to offer loving relationship to people in relationship, offering flesh to make relationships for reconciliation. This is what I think it means to pursue godly materialism. Hugging those whom no one hugs. Eating with those whom no one eats. Listening to those whom no one listens. Touching those whom no one touches. Remembering those whom no one remembers. Loving those whom no one ever stops to love. This is what God did at Christmas. This is what we do at Christmas. This is how we celebrate the unrelenting material God the Word, the Logos, became flesh